Guys, here we are. Sunday sermon, everybody. Good morning.
Good
Morning.
morning, Jeff.
Morning.
Dwight,
Afternoon.
Chris.
Afternoon to some of y'all. All right, guys.
Good
Got another
evening.
Sunday sermon. We got Chris Tronic all the way over here on the right of the screen. We got the master of gears, that is. King of cool, Dwight Cool. Next to him, going left, bottom left, we got the deacon, Chris, and me up here on the upper left-hand corner. What we got going
Well,
on today, guys?
well, on my computer, first and foremost, you're on the bottom left and I'm on the top left. Chris is in the middle and Dwight's on the right.
Yeah, not on. Well, yeah, I'm on the upper side on mine. See, my phone's the one recording right now, so like I'm just
Okay.
that's the way it's going to be when you look at it on YouTube.
Okay, bro. Okay.
Oh man, I don't know about y'all, but like I haven't been able to. I've been kind of busy with family stuff, and I've kind of been out of the loop on the page for the last few days at least. So y'all might have to, cover me a little bit on this because like there's some stuff I probably haven't seen. Some of y'all in the lounge and stuff, y'all kind of know what I've been dealing with, and it's no big deal. Everything's good. She's home. She's feeling okay, but yeah, man, I haven't studied as much as I did the last time. So
Well, we've had some nice comments
yes, we
from
have.
some members saying how what a great group it is and they're learning a lot. And I mean, that's the whole idea of the group. And for people
Yeah.
to get encouraged, yeah. And even when your car's running crap and you think that it don't drift and blah de blah and it's got all sorts of problems, at the end of the day, if you put your problems on the page, I can guarantee you 99.9 times out of 100, your problems will be solved. You'll be given good advice on what people think have got going wrong with your car, whether it be your setup or any other stuff. But at least if you put a video up, we can see what's happening and then
Yep.
advise you far better. So, yeah, anybody that's getting stuck, feel free to ask. No question is stupid. Yeah, when you're a newbie, people think, oh, I'm not going to ask this question because it's stupid. But no question is stupid. We all learn somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the stupid question you don't ask will be the one that will make you put that car back in the corner and never use it again. So, by all means, if you think it's stupid, we don't care. You ask that question, no one will give you a bad response. And if you do, as people know, they're
We'll boot 'em.
severely dealt with. Yeah, we boot them, man. We're not in this community to bring people down.
Bunch of old fogies that ain't got time for nobody's crap. We'll just kick you out.
Yeah, bro. We ain't taking them. As someone says, we're like cheap toilet paper. We ain't taking no shit, bro.
Yeah, dude. Oh, Gareth.
Excuse my
Gareth,
language.
Gareth,
Excuse my
Gareth was
language.
Gareth was the one that posted that comment,
Gareth
bro.
Green, mate. Yeah.
I got a
Gareth Green,
smile
mate.
out of it.
I'd
Thank
like,
you very much.
I'd like
Oh,
make
Chris got your mic on mute.
what?
Oh, I can hear you now. Okay, I couldn't hear you earlier.
Uh, make it easy for people to help you by adding videos, photos, and
It's a good point.
marking particular parts where you have the problem, pointing them out exactly. You can only make a long post about your problem. We will all read the whole post and answer as good as we can. But if you only post, my car doesn't drift, then we have about 3,000 solutions for you. What's wrong? What is the point? Yeah. So help us helping you.
Yeah, I
Well
would like
said,
to
Chris.
say, I would like to say that it's different in our group versus any other group, and I'm in a lot of different groups, but primarily, small scale drifters, and the small scale genre of drifting is unique in a lot of respects. In fact, I've come to the realization that it's probably one of the hardest things. It's one of the hardest, most all encompassing hobbies that I could think of The only thing I could think of that comes close is old school building of wooden model airplanes. And the reason I say that is because, you know, typically speaking, in those model airplanes, you know, you would have to install the servos and the motor and all of that, and that's very mechanical and so forth. But then you have to worry about the fuselage and the covering, and just it's just all encompassing, you know. But the beauty of this hobby is that you can go out, have a bad day, and you're still going to have a great looking vehicle. You know, the airplane, not so much. So this hobby is fun, but it is not as easy as it appears, you know, I think to meet your own goals. You know, some people have their own goals of like the look they're going for, or the stance, or the color. I have no idea, but the hobby, this particular hobby, will challenge you in every regard. So, you know, if you're looking to learn how to drift, I mean, that just takes practice, to be honest. But to get the car to do what you want it to do when you're doing it, you know, that is some tuning. And I don't think we've had a failure yet. I don't think there's been anyone we haven't been able to help. I'm thinking, and I know there's some questions I avoided, but then finally got into, and then we got them running. So yeah, I think, yeah, we're doing good in that regard.
If somebody needs a lot of help, and I know a lot of y'all are do this exact same thing that I do too, bro, I'll just go ahead and hop in your DM, and I'll send you a message, and we can do a video call or whatnot, and like get this stuff straightened out, because there's only so many ways you can set these things up. You'll get it eventually. It's not like it's a lost cause forever. We'll figure it out, you know.
Yeah.
Jeff, what does do with that brush?
Okay, so I'm gonna plug one of my good buddies here, Mickey Shook. All right, now he makes this stuff called Gunfighter Gun Oil. It's a synthetic based oil. It's very light, and what I will do with my chassis every now and again, especially with one like the Meta that's full aluminum parts and all of this stuff, dude, when I'm cleaning all the dust off of it, I'll get all the dust cleaned off, the whole nine, with one of my little paint brushes or whatnot. And I'll just add a little bit of that light oil to it. Soaks in pretty good, and I'll just kind of keeps all my parts moving nice and soft, and it doesn't like overdo it with oil. That's what I was doing right then. I just kind of, and it makes it look a little better, cleans it up. It's very gentle because this is a very soft brush.
Dust.
Yeah, man, it's something I've done for a while on all of my cars, and I think it helps. It really does, especially like in the shocks and stuff. So like I can get these little bristles all the way up in here and literally touch the shock shaft and clean stuff off of it without having to disassemble the entire car.
You'll sort of say the only time I clean my cars is when they start glitching.
Yeah, no, I stay on it.
But one of them wheels starts popping and hopping, I think, oh, it's dog hair. Mrs. Lewis has dropped something on the floor. The car's picked it up. That's the only time I check that car over. If it's running, I just take the battery out of it, put it back on the shelf.
Chris,
Till next time.
Chris, I've got a funny story. Lewis said this. The other day, I was talking to you about running this thing, and I was talking about how it kept spinning out in a curve and everything else. When we got off the phone, dude, out of curiosity, I took one of the wheels off. Dog hair.
And it was jamming.
Dog hair. Yeah, sure as shit, dog hair. I'm not kidding. That's what happened. Excuse my language, too.
Yeah, I tell you. Even if you ain't got a dog, somehow you're going to get dog hair in there, because I guarantee you, you pick one up on the street or something when you're walking around, or you brush against someone on public transport who's got cats or what have you, and you bring it home. And boy, your drift car will find that no matter how big your floor is, your drift car will home in on that.
Yep, and it'll pick it up and it'll wrap it right around the bearing and the axle and everything good that it needs to be in. So we've been getting this question a lot here lately, and I know you guys probably want to touch on this. So everybody at some point seems like when they join one of these groups, they say, what's the best car for me to start on? What's the best chassis to get going? What you guys think about that?
Well, we've come up with a cunning plan Chris's idea, really, that we're going to make a spreadsheet, like for the car bodies. At the top of the notifications, we've got a list of all the makes and models of car bodies, what the width is, what the wheelbase is. We're going to try and do the same again, but naming every chassis that's built, whether it's available, how hard it is to get parts for it, how easy it is to build, how easy it is to tune, and its cost. And then we can give it a star rating of our own.
I think that's a
So
great
basically a TG.
Well, the TG, you put. No, you can't say that. The new TG might come out now and blast it out of the packet, man. And straight away, everyone will be saying, oh, the best drifts are to start with now. It's going to be the TG. But the fact of the matter is, you stop somebody from getting a car that they have got no idea what they're getting involved with. Me personally, I think if you're a newbie, a drifter is not the car for you. That's just my personal opinion. I think most of you will do, but a lot of it's hard if you say that. Now I could be cursed by the DA fans who will then say it's the easiest car in the world to build, the easiest car to drift. That's your opinion, and we're all entitled to our own opinions. My opinion is, if you're a newbie, you leave that drifter until your third or fourth chassis. And believe you me, when you think, what, third or fourth chassis? I guarantee you, once you get your first one rolling and she's drifting sweet, this is like a very addictive hobby, people. At first, you'll start putting upgrades on your first car until you can't upgrade it any longer. And then your thumb will hit the trigger finger at GT55 Racing, and you end up buying another chassis.
Yep.
And then you end up upgrading that. And you do the same again and again and again. And then in the end, you end up like me with the addiction totally taken over. And you buy 2 chassis of each, because then you can upgrade one and leave one standard, basic, as she's sold. That's just my way of doing things.
And you just drive one.
You can only ever drive one at a time, peeps. That's the truth of the matter. You can only ever put one down on the track and drive, unless you're ambidextrous and you've got them one-handed controllers. You can fire 2 round them by all means, but boy, that's something I would genuinely love to see.
Bro, I can't even video my own self driving. Like if
That's
I turn my phone on, it goes south. Like if I can put my phone between my knees and try to drive, and it's just like before I turn the phone on, I can drive great.
You start watching your phone instead of the car.
Yeah, dude, it's so hard, bro. It's so hard. Like I watched some of my videos the other day that I've put up of me drifting around my track, and at the time I was like, man, yeah, I knocked them out, dude. I rewatched them, bro. I look so terrible. Like I was looking, I was like, I can't believe I posted it. They're up now, so they're staying. So
yeah, that's another look at Mr. Cole with his little family out.
Oh, what happened? He just blanked out on us.
Oh yeah, I know.
Hang on.
Technical difficulty. It's technology.
He's spreading his cars.
All right. I've been looking forward to this. We talked about this last round.
Oh, we did? Oh, okay, yeah.
No, yeah, we talked about you maybe doing a couple things for us here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can certainly do that.
Hey, let's see that. Have you got that one mounted?
What is it?
The dirt track stock car. Have you got the body mounted?
Oh, well, I have what they call it mocked up.
I just wanted to see how that fit with those big beefy wheel wells, because I've got one of those models too. It's a Ford product though.
Let's see how this looks. I just got to I have it set up for a heavier body, so but anyway,
dude, that's kind of gangster with the front end way up in the air. I like that.
Oh yeah, well it looks like the Thailand style, but no, I like it without the fender wells. I think it looks good, So
yeah, it looks sweet, man.
My chassis.
I'm fixing to join the club finally. As soon as I woke up and saw the links, I just went ahead and hit the button, because, man, I know how this works. You go back and think, I'll just get it later today. Like, it's never there later today. It's gone.
There is no later today.
It sold out in the first 2 hours, he told me. Gone in 2 hours, man.
I look at the new one, the Ma 2, and it's just, to me, I don't know. it looks so similar to this car. It's really just that steering.
I agree. I think they just give you a aluminium monocoque body sort of thing. I think where the carbon was on the sides last time.
I mean,
Oh.
whatever. I thought the colors were going to come out.
Completely different.
You know, wouldn't be the first time, you know. I thought we were going to maybe discuss a little bit just about how these buying practices go with these stateside guys versus the overseas guys. And
Absolutely. I think it's a good topic to get on, especially because of all these new chassis hitting. And, you know, this is kind of my first round.
And the newer people in the hobby, you know, it's this hobby, it's not, it is getting a whole lot better. I mean, it is, there's a lot less heartburn 2 years or 3 years now into it than there was when things first started getting going, you know, but the heartburn's still there, you know. So I guess really what I want to say is that if you're just getting into this and you're dealing with people that you frankly, and companies that you've never dealt with before and you've never, you know, heard of before, and that's just your only resource, you know, it's like the only names you're hearing, you know. Let's say that experience isn't going as smoothly or as linear or as straight ahead as you would imagine, you know. It's not like you're dealing with an A-Main or a Tower Hobbies or something along those lines. But that's not to say you're going to get crappy service. That's not what I'm saying at all. You're going to get, in fact, concierge service, right? But you're getting concierge service from basically a concierge, you know. Concierge, if you're not familiar, you know, that's a guy that kind of works the front desk at the hotel, you know, and you're the client in the hotel room. You open up the food menu, you're like, hey, I want to get Driftaholics CC or whatever the case may be. Hey, look, we got you. I mean, that's our most popular thing. We'll have that all day long. Well, what's this over here at market price? Oh, well, you know, you're probably looking at a TRC, you know, V2, you know. It's like, oh, well, you know, these are, you know, rather expensive, you know. So you go ahead and you order an LSD or even, in fact, the new TG, perfect example, right? The new TG is available. It's just that the guy who's shipping it is telling the concierge guy that, yeah, everything's good to go. You're getting your box in a couple of days. Box shows up. There's only 6 in there. There's supposed to be 60. You know what I mean? So now, you know, you're like, what do? You're the concierge. You got to keep your clients happy. You know, some clients bought 10. You know what I'm saying? Right up front. You know, they're just doing their own thing, you know, and so now he's going to make that person happy. Who wouldn't? I would make the guy who's buying 10 chassis at a time my happiest customer. I mean, he's my best customer. Not to say that the other people standing behind you aren't, but man, you know, it's just like there's choices that got to be made. Other business people, they may see it differently. They're going to go with the people that's the most loyal. Maybe not the biggest purchasers, but every chassis that comes out, they just know they got one there. So, you know, if you feel like you're getting a runaround, I can guarantee you in most cases, if you're dealing with someone like that you've been guided to, like a Mikos or a Brad from RC Supremacy, or, man, I don't even know, Heli Direct. I mean, who even knows at this point? You know, I only get my stuff from Mikos because he got me involved in all this. And personally, if he's doing it, then I'm doing it with him. Just it's a friend thing, you know.
That's a Driftaholics to everybody that doesn't know who Mikos is.
Yeah, Mikos and the Driftaholics. Look, man, you know, business and friendships, man, you know, usually, you know, you're not supposed to be doing that, but you know, he's my friend. You know, not to say that these other people aren't friendly with me, but you know, to understand how this works, I'm 50 years old, right? So I believe I know how this works, all right? So to people who may not understand how this works, if you buy overseas from GT55, which is a super awesome retailer, they got all the new stuff, all the good. If you go there daily, you're going to see something new there every day. I swear to you, I don't know how they do it, right? Maybe they do it on purpose. Who knows? But the point is that if you buy from them, then they're, of course, going to stand behind their product and all of that. But they only stand behind their product in a 1-month shipping cycle, all right? So you're going to be without a part. You know, after the whole process of getting said part, you know, you could be without that part, which sadly should have been in the box, let's say, right? But wasn't. Shit happens, right? And so now you're down a month or so. But you get someone like Mikos or Brad that's a local, like a stateside guy, these gentlemen took the leap of faith in this hobby to both do it for a full-time job in Brad's case, and then to do it as a pretty full encompassing part-time gig as far as Mikos and Driftaholics goes, because he just does so much stuff. But if it wasn't for those people just taking that risk, financial risk, all right, you buying one chassis, they buying 20, okay? You want to eat 20 chassis, you know how many B&D chassis they probably had to eat when those pieces of junk hit the market? I mean, God, man, it'll financially ruin someone with the wrong choice. Let that new LSD have a stripped out screw holder. Just let something benign happen, and then you're going to really see who these companies are. And so I can assure you with every ounce of my being, the people that you bought it from, like Mikos with Driftaholics or Brad or Heli Direct or you name it, if they are stateside and they're doing this, they are in it to win it. There's no doubt in my mind that they're going to pull like an ox if it is indeed something that they got to, help you with.
But they're also,
Chris says we can help you get it running.
But they're also depending on the people overseas to send them the stuff. So you even have to be that much more patient.
But listen, I don't want to use the word lie, all right? But look, think about your own jobs, right? And just take yourself out of all of this right now. This is the empathy part of, being a human being, right? Take yourself out of a job. Like I used to be in custom paint work for some time. Man, there were some jobs, man, that I knew I was looking at on a Monday or Tuesday, and man, I just had bubble guts all weekend. I was not looking forward to nothing, right? So imagine these production guys. Mind you, they don't have kind of civil rights like we got, all right? Someone messes up over there, someone probably going to get physically harmed, okay? They roll a little different over there, Maybe they should roll like that over here, who knows? But the point is that,
No.
he's just going to keep people on the hook. You got to keep people on the hook. You can't let them see this thing. And again, I feel most bad for Brad and Mikos and others who rep this stuff to newer people. The reason why we're talking about this is because everyone on this call realizes what the deal possibly could be. There isn't a car on my table that doesn't have some crazy backstory on how I got it. I'm telling you, I wish it was point and click. It generally is, but results vary. And so just keep that in mind. Patience is everything in this hobby, man. I mean, you got to be patient because even if you have the car, you still couldn't make it drip. It's like it takes patience. It takes a real, I don't know, man. It's a sickness, man, to be honest with you. But
amen.
But when they're sliding, they are just the coolest thing on planet Earth, man, next to sliced bread. So
the thing is,
so that's that. Just keep chin up. Know that these guys are doing this for a living, and they care about you. They started this, all right. You're welcome. Just if it wasn't for these guys taking those huge investments, we would have none of this. Not one bit of it. So, just keep the faith.
See, in England, man, we just got a GRC, and now he's give it a rest for a bit. He's got to concentrate on other stuff. For him, I have no choice but to go to China. I've got no choice. For me to import from America, the American government, man, want to charge me $70 and $80 for the fact that their customs man has had a look at it, opened my box, put it back in rubbish, stuck it in a crappy envelope, and then sends it to me, and I don't get it. The post office hold it till I have to go and pay $70 duty on import and this, that, and the other. Whereas in China, I don't have to suffer them duties.
I guess they're still mad that we all sected off there back in 1792. I don't know.
I don't know. Let's not get political, please. But yeah,
I'm just kidding.
A lot of people could be watching.
Yeah, no, well, at least look. I remember back in the day. I mean, I don't think GT55 was an option, but man, you guys have. Look, I mean, GT55, they're just plugged in. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, they run a good operation there.
Yeah, they do.
But Chan RC, he was my main man. When I first got into it, and I come off the mini Zeds, the first sort of chassis I got into was the DWX. And I bought the first one that was out. And when it come, I thought, man, it's 3D printed and it don't look good, but bro, that thing drifts like nothing on the planet with its rolling action. And then from then on, I done a lot of business with Chan, and then Chan he went missing in action. I have no idea. There's a lot of stories about why he packed in. I've heard all sorts of stories, but I don't believe any of them. He's just packed in for whatever reasons he wanted to. And from that point on, mate, I bought a few things from the States. I kept getting battered by the tax, even though I was saying send them as gifts. They still batter me with the tax. So in the end, it was just GT55 and HRC Arena Store for me. And then GT55, they just stock everything. I'm not being funny, but man,
they really do.
You should just be like a drug dealer of sorts and just start selling these things, Chris, and then you can pay for your own habits.
Man, you know, if you try to import a load of stuff from over there, the tax man would be on me. And I mean, I've just done my own books now. It's bad enough with my own business. Then to start putting other business on the side of it, no thanks, man. I just had basically 5 days of hell doing my yearly tax returns for last year. So, yeah, bro, that's definitely not for me. By all means, if I've got stuff, anyone needs it and it's spare, yeah, man, you can have it, unless it's an expensive part. And by all means, you pay me whatever it costs me and you can have it. That's the only thing I'll do. On another note, I bought a few new model kits this week. I couldn't help it. I got this because I've never built one. You wouldn't believe this in your life. I've never ever built one.
Yeah, I've got that. That's a good one.
What is it?
GT R34.
Oh,
there's hundreds and hundreds of them, and I've never ever built one. And I thought it was on sale, £21 sterling. So I plumbed for that. I printed the body kit out for it. Bit of help from Chris, failed attempts, and then he put me on the right track.
Yeah, the R34 is a good one, man. It's a good looking kit too. I botched the paint job on mine, so it doesn't look quite like it should. But I don't know if you can see it. I had some sort of a. I don't know. Can you even see how it?
Yeah, it's rippled.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Well, this is my steal of the day because man, this was £50 sterling.
That's such a good looking car too.
Bro, you want to see the body kit I printed for this bad boy?
Yeah.
Oh man, this is.
I tell you,
this is
Chris Lewis and Chris Tronic. You guys have really been killing it in the printing game. I know you two have kind of teamed up and are doing some things behind the scenes that are probably fixing to come to light eventually. Hopefully,
I haven't even opened this yet, but I know just by the way the prints I'm doing, I've bigged them up because the quality of the STLs are top notch. Black box. Yeah, anyone looking to do some printing, no doubt you'll know about them anyway. I'm used to it, but black box, the work is just second to none, man. They literally fit on like a glove.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Man, it's just they did a work of art.
Shoot, yeah,
smooth, man. They
that's
are
good.
Super smooth. It's got all the grill in the back.
Now, I've seen some 3D printing jobs that look pretty rough. It looked like you were going to have to sand on it for days, and I do not see that with what you guys are producing. That's awesome.
12K resin printing, bro.
Yeah.
It works, doesn't it, Chrissy? Hey. Wait till Chris does his new tronical gears on the 12K machine. I bet you they're super smooth.
Shoot, yeah.
Smoother than before. Hey, don't need to polish them.
Possible. I want to talk about something electronical stuff. Because yesterday I found something out, which I didn't know before. And I think we all know the censored ESC. Yeah. I think it's probably sold out nearly everywhere, and I think it also will not be restocked. But for the owners who have one,
which ESC?
Atomic.
The Atomic. Okay.
The Atomic
Hobby
censored
Wing.
ESC. Yeah,
They don't have our programming cards anymore.
exactly. That's my point. And I was
Oh.
told, that the Hobby Wing programmer, the LCD programmer, works with the Atomic because the Atomic one was the same box, just
Yeah.
rebranded with Atomic here instead of Hobby Wing. Yeah.
Correct. That's true.
That's true, but it's wrong. This I can show you guys, it's no problem. The Atomic ESC does not connect to this box.
Mm.
Yeah.
How about one of
I
those
mean,
leopard?
that's the normal Hobby Wing picture, yeah, and you have to push a button to connect it, and it comes up connection to ESC. But normally you see down here the firmware number, and this doesn't come up. So that means this programmer doesn't work with the Atomic ESC, even if it is the same programmer as the Atomic. And they are fucking rare. They were sold out before the ESC was sold out. Yeah. And you can't get them. Yeah. And so I bought this Drift Arc with the ESC used, yeah, without the programmer.
Yeah.
And now I'm stuck with it because I can't get a programmer anywhere. It's sold out everywhere. And if you hook it up to a different system or want to convert like pinion and spur gear to helical to my helical gears, you cannot turn this ESC turning direction around because you can't enter the menu, and it's a censored ESC, so ABC has to be right. Yeah,
Right.
basically
You can't reverse it.
ESC, and as long as it works, I can use it. I will use it, and as long as it is on this drift art, it will work. Yeah. But
So, I mean, every ESC that I've ever had, was able to have some sort of manual method, like, by chiming and hitting the certain buttons at a certain, rate and triggers and so forth. There's no manual setup for that.
to be honest, I never found something for a censored ESC like this.
Oh, for censored,
I know this is possible at Das Micro or a lot of Hobby Wing ESCs which are not censored.
Censored, yeah.
But censored ESC, I mean, come on, you want to count 19 blinkings to adjust your turbo? Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you have to.
Now, will the leopard, the really thin card style programmer, will that work? I would just try different programmers. You just never know. I mean, I don't know. You're desperate at this point, right? So I mean, if you got
Have you tried to rocket?
I tried to rocket. I tried to rocket. Same result as with the Hobby Wing. It doesn't connect. I can't find my the
I have
older
a red one.
Hobby Wing card which is like where the numbers are like this.
Yeah, exactly. That's one.
Display. I can't find that at the moment. When I find it, I will try this too. And I will definitely
Yay Racing has one. Yay Racing has one.
I will definitely stay on topic with this, and if I find other programmers, I will just try them until I find one that possibly works. Maybe there is one, I don't know. And I will definitely stay on topic and let you know if I find one or not.
What do you use for a Suave or S-Wave, whatever you want to call it? OM3 Suave.
I don't have any of these ESTs.
Yeah, I don't either. I just I want to slide this car a little more, only because it has some very interesting, you can't really see it in this, but the steering angles on this are of a anti-camber at lock. It has this really wonky anti-camber look to it. I don't know. It's hard to pick up on the camera, but apparently it just slides its face off. I just been when I got this car, originally it was smashed in the box and I had to rebuild it. So I was just kind of in my feelings about that. But I did do Jeff's trick with the soft paintbrush and just really light oil, just super light. Like, I put oil on it, I put it on my shirt, or a hobby shirt, and then I just kind of go over it. It's just really effective on keeping it clean. So yeah, I'll keep my eye out for that. And Nikki Rautenbach may even have one, but see, they're in the States and getting stuff over to you is kind of an issue. So
I've got a control card. It might work.
yeah.
1 minute.
That's the beautiful thing about this hobby and this group of men and women that are in this small subject. Come on, go.
I mean,
Is if somebody does find an option, there are so many people that are willing to help. Send the card, help. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love this group because of that. Love you guys because of that.
Oh,
that's
man. Yeah, appreciate you,
fine.
man. I mean,
Yeah.
look, this is all your idea. I mean, it
Ain't
needed
my
to
idea.
happen, I guess.
It
I
was
guess people
Chris's
just need
idea
to
for
understand.
it was Chris's idea for the group. Chris's idea for all of this. Like, that's why you're the deacon, Chris. Where's he at? He left. He went to get coffee too, I think.
No. He's looking for a programming card.
Oh, I got
Uh,
you.
uh,
I
you
just had to
see,
go get me a cup of
my
coffee.
point is not to find a used, rare atomic programming card. My point is to find a available programming card for everyone.
Yeah.
Who has this atomic ESC and is stuck like me with it. Yeah. Sure, I can ask somebody to send one to me to borrow it to me. Yeah. And then I send it back when I programmed my ESC, but
Yeah.
that's not the point. Yeah.
Look at him. Look at him.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course, the deacon would have it.
I have one of these too. I just can't find it at the moment. It's in the
If you can't find it,
somewhere.
let me know
I
and I'll
have
send that to you.
I have a
Yeah.
different one than that. I have an even more different one than that. It's red. It's flat. It just has these little buttons on it all over the place.
This is
They
the
sold it with
GL. This is the GL
Yeah.
PC23.
Yeah, those are nice.
I haven't got my reading glasses on. William.
Is it this?
Yeah.
This is Rocket ESC for the old.
Oh, really? Oh, mine says leopard, but yeah.
ESC, and it just have this 5 adjustment points. So I think it doesn't work because it cannot handle enough items, which you can change. Because I think so. Basically, the menu of the atomic ESC should look or should be able of the same things as the Hobby Wing Mini 28.
Yeah.
Because it was told that the atomic is only a prototype or something of the Hobby Wing and was bought by Atomic and released by Atomic. So, and that's why the Hobby Wing card should work, but it doesn't work. Yeah. So this information is basically wrong, even if they look very similar and handle very similar. They have not the same or a compatible firmware on it.
I was in my OMG setup the other day, and I noticed it had a firmware update on it. And when I did the firmware update, my Android telephone said it was no longer compatible with it, but it did allow me to go in and start changing parameters. I know a few people have talked about the OMG not hooking to Android. I myself never had a problem with it, but you know what I'm saying? Like this last time it did a firmware update, it told me that it wasn't going to let me use it. It did, but it told me something completely different.
Yeah. Yeah, these updates not always help.
Yeah, man.
Second app or so, I don't know. I'm an iPhone user, so I don't really know about Android.
Man,
Here
I thought you were perfect. I thought you were perfect, and then you told me what the problem was, man. You're an iPhone user. I am so sorry. I'm just playing with you, bro. I'm just playing.
No, that's okay. Okay. But I thought there is a second app. Richard House. I think Richard House knows more about it because he has an OMG ESC2, and I think he uses an Android phone, and he was one of the guys who had problems. And I think there is a second app
Yeah,
now
I've got it, but
which
I've
OMG
spoke to Chris to
Rich.
Rich about it. Yeah, I put it on my phone, but at the end of the day, the phone won't just won't recognize the car.
Yeah.
ESC1, and when you go on it, I'll click the connect. All the things up there, yeah. But I'll click connect. It just won't connect.
Huh.
Will not connect to the car.
I'm gonna get off the
And you
subject. I'm gonna get off the subject of this for just a second and talk about our cover
Yeah,
shot.
electronics is
Our cover shot picture. So me and Chris Tronic were we were hovering right beside each other there for a little bit, and we're like right up there in contention for actually winning. And I went back this morning and looked, and Tronic has run off and left me in the dust.
man.
Yeah, but JT Martin has more like
JT Martin.
Yeah, I saw that, and he's got a good shot too. That's a good shot. So if it wins the cover, he deserves it.
Yeah, man. His airbrush work and his artwork is second to none. You know, that, like I said to John's up there with JT Martin.
Yeah,
he really does. I mean, last year he was putting some stuff up that was just, it was top tier. Some of his spray work, his airbrush work, his decals, the colour schemes he chooses, they're right up there. They're right up there. And they usually, the cars that no one's ever seen, they're the big car that people have seen before, but his colour scheme won't have been seen before. He's always popping something completely fresh.
yeah. Well, he's got
That's
that
why I
one
like
shot
it so much.
of him in the garage with the car up, and you can see the disc brakes and stuff. Man, it was such a killer shot. But like, you never know what's gonna take everybody when you do the cover shot thing. Like Tronic, your photo, dude. Like, it doesn't have to be in a garage, whatnot. Just the lights that you had bouncing off the car, man. Like, such a good shot, bro. Like, I love it.
with the camber and of the front wheel,
Yeah.
and it getting a little unsharp in the back, and only you see a lot of reflections everywhere.
Yeah, dude, that's such a good photo. Like, I was sitting there thinking, like, man, when we had about 10 votes apiece, and at that time we were leading.
You had a chance.
Yeah, we had a chance, and then I blinked, and like everybody's run off and left us again. So that's the way that goes.
No, I mean, I want to get something going to like how Drift Art, they let themselves off the hook quite a bit with their competition / just participation. It's just a participation type of events that they do, which I think are great, but I want to, there's a couple real straightforward printing ideas I just need to get done that are not represented in this scale, things that, I'll mention off this, but, things that are simple to make, simple to produce, like 50 at a time, right? Especially with the resin printer, just one layer all nested in there, 50 of these things, right? And if people who participate in these, we're going to do one every month, all right? There's going to be a theme on it. We've been talking about it a lot. We haven't hammered down any themes, but again, I think projecting the themes of our monthly cover shots as far in advance as we can, realistically, I think it'll give people a time to get that kit that they want to build, or, maybe someone won't be able to participate every month due to finances or skill set, who knows? But if I know that we're building mini trucks in May or March or whatever, then I know that I got to get busy, right? If I know that I'm going to do a muscle car, whatever, then I got to get busy, so, when they throw it up there, like a cover photo, just as an example, cover shot, perfect example of this. I just go through my old photos and see if I have something that's there, but, I don't go out and generate a cover photo. It's usually just something I already had. So anyway, just
it gives someone, it'll give people that are interested in getting in that and doing it. Because, like I say, I want to start giving out prizes to the winners of
Yeah, exactly. If they'll
gets
pay
the
for the
sheet
shipping,
winner.
if they'll
Yeah.
pay for the shipping, I
No,
will
we
pay
won't
for
pay
the
for the
production
shipping, but
cost
they'll be
to
offered
ship them these accessories. You know, they need to have these
Yeah.
accessories because you
But
know, I have my own brand name, you know, Tasty label. But I want to,
Yeah.
I would just want to get. I have my own printer. I just need someone to create these files real quick. I'll pay the money, doesn't matter. And then I'm going to print 50 at a time. And whoever participates, you know, I'm just going to get their address. If they want to pay for the shipping, I'll send it right out. That way, they got more accessories to throw on, more stuff to mess with. You know, it drives the hobby. You know, I
What I
don't know.
will say,
It don't cost me nothing to print it, so you know, just time.
remind me about coming back to printing in a minute, Chris, because you won't forget what we were talking about this morning, first thing. But
Anyway, that's where my head's at. So.
yeah, no, I agree with you, Dwight. What I was going to say is we could have, say, Ayashima month. You got to put an Ayashima model up.
I
Yeah.
like that.
A Tammy month. You got to throw
Yeah.
a Tammy model up.
Yeah.
would
Yeah.
not
So we
make
could have, we could have Hellman, we could have a hatchback month.
Yeah.
I
Got
would
to
not
do a
make,
hot rod. Got to
I
do
would
the hot
not
rods.
make the tame.
The hot rod, yeah, a hot rod month. We can have an estate month. What did you call them? Shoot and break, whatever in the States. The long cars, yeah. We call them Hearst.
The open wheel car. You know.
I think we
Yeah,
shouldn't make the tame too exact. So not like only Nissan or only Toyotas or so, yeah. But like you said, only Aoshima models or only Japanese models or only American models.
Or we
Yeah.
can even get
And if
into, you know, it has to have lights. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like you can, yeah, you
the
could
thing
do.
is
there's
with
also
lights. Listen, the thing with lights is it's pointless because it's only good seeing lights if there's a video, and there's not a video. Someone's put a thing up. It's a TikTok, and I thought even if you win, I can't put that on the cover photo because it'll only accept a photograph, not a little video reel.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you can only put a picture on there. There's nothing else. So the guy with his fancy little TikTok, which is very nice, I sent him a message saying it's nice, but if it wins, I can't post it because it won't upload, basically.
Yeah, just be a
You know?
screen grab. You know.
So
But
I wanna go ahead and plug my boy Stephen Fest real quick. He sent me some lights to check out. He hand makes these things. He is super fast at putting them out. I've got one here. It's a very simple, straightforward setup. There's a lot of good kits out there, don't get me wrong, but you know, this is one of our admins, one of our guys that we have a lot of dealings with, and like I said, man, he's got a pretty cool setup. I put him in the meta the other night, and as you can see, they're the perfect length, perfect size. The setup, putting them in was straightforward, man. Like, you know, hit my boy Steven up, guys that are watching this. If you want a set of if you just want headlights and taillights now, I don't know if he's quite into like making the backfire and, you know, flashers and everything else yet. But like, if you just want a straight up headlights and taillights, you know, hit my dude up. I used our glue, Chris Lewis, the Elmer's glue. This was a cool thing, and I'm not sure if Tronic, you were the one that was telling me about this, but like, dude, I filled the light bucket up with it, and like, it actually cleared the backside of the lens that had some fog from super glue. It cleared that up. It made it's crazy what it did. You can't hardly see it on camera. One of them actually started bubbling but it doesn't look bad because this is the patina job. But man, that glue, I cannot say enough good stuff about that glue. Chris Lewis, thank you so much for bringing this up because this right here is a game changer.
well, let me just on a quick note because I don't want to forget this. We seem to be getting a lot of people wanting to join, yeah. And when you look at the profile, they're resin print artists.
Yeah.
There ain't too much about drift cars on there. It's just all resin prints of figurines and castles and a few cars.
3D designers.
Yeah, they're 3D designers basically. So we've had one this morning which I said, yeah, you're welcome to the group. And then I took his post down because his first post was how he designs everything. He can design any car you want. The page isn't about 3D designers jumping on it to sell their wares. So from now on, any 3D designers that do want to join, don't bother trying to pledge your wares on us, because if you do, I'll remove the post. And then secondly, there's plenty of 3D design pages out there, Cults, Thingiverse. You can go and pledge your wares on there. They've got far bigger audience than small scale drifters. They're on the web, they're easy to find. So please don't take as any offense, but really the group is not interested in 3D designers. Very nice, Dwight. At the end of the day, most of us on the group, not most of us, but a hell of a lot of us on the group can print ourselves.
Yeah, and can draw ourselves.
Yeah, and we don't purchase, we don't charge people for the prints. We give them away to members, and we help members out with the prints. So, yeah, sorry, 3D designers, but
I mean,
you're welcome
unless
if
you're
you're
willing
into.
to donate, you know, it's like.
Yeah, but the
I
thing
mean-
is, they don't even have drift cars. They've got no cars on the page. The page is, when you look at the profile, it's just a pure
Faces,
business
heads.
page. Yeah, faces, heads, furniture, just a pure. There's nothing on there other than 3D prints. Yeah, so to me, that is a 3D printing designer with his own little Facebook page, and he's seen a potential of 11,000 customers, and boom, I can get in there and start selling my stuff. We don't know who he is. We don't know how trustworthy he is. And personally, I don't want to be checking up on them. We get enough to check up on as we've got as is. Yeah, I don't need 3D designers coming in.
To be honest, I got about up to 10 of these 3D designers wanted to enter.
They don't even answer the questions.
Most of them requested with a treat already with selling their 3D products. Yeah. I rejected them all. Yeah, I didn't let them enter the group because I don't see the point if someone just entering the group to sell his stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you need to be involved in the hobby. If you're not involved in the
Exactly.
hobby, then you don't need to be in it. This is, and we had a good question polled this week about trying to add 10 scale and so on and so forth. And I'm glad everybody voiced their opinion on it. And I have nothing against 10 scale.
Everyone's froze. Yeah, I'm glad the 10. I don't want 10 scale in the
I
group.
don't either. I think it will clutter the page up. I think if anybody is wanting to like look at small scale drifting as a whole, they would have to sift through too much stuff, because let's be honest, man, there are some similarities between 10 and small scale, but they're not the same at all.
Yeah.
No, man. It's the name of the group, Small Scale Drifters, for a reason. I didn't call it 110 scale drifters. I called it small scale.
For
That
all
was to keep
scale
it.
drifters.
Yeah, that was to keep it small, man. And then
No,
that's the way us little people like it. We like to keep things small when we're small.
It's so special what we have here. You know, it's like it's gold, man. I don't know what to tell you. I was just telling Jeff, because we were talking earlier, maybe yesterday, I guess, and you know, I mean, eventually and sadly, you know, we're going to have to start quote unquote like enforcing, you know, rules, and it just makes me cringe, you know. But it's like I said on the 18 scale or whatever, the, you know, should we allow the larger stuff? And I said, look, I mean, we're not here to ban and pull post and all this other kind of stuff. That's not what we're about. You know, there's got to be some balance, you know. I saw the guy, he posted a TTO2 conversion, something or other, that's clearly a traction car or a road race car, what have you. So, you know, I saw it, I could have pulled it, but at the end of the day, you know, he wasn't trying to sell it. He was just trying to figure out what he had, you know. It clearly wasn't a small scale drifter, but you know, I'm just trying to think of who I was 2 years ago, you know, just new to a page. You know, everyone's got a different etiquette. You know, personally, you know, I come from a kind of an upbringing to where, you know, I just try to, well, you know, despite what you see now, but I try to stay quiet and just observe. You know, I'll lurk on a page for quite some time. I'll try to understand what's going on. You know, I don't want to look foolish. I don't want to seem at all whatever, but I don't know. So when they post stuff, I really just try to, I look at their history, you know.
Yeah.
People don't understand what it's not that it takes a lot to be an admin in this group because it's an easy group, but eventually we're going to have to start, you know, just basically just taking down posts and just trying to just kind of moderate it. You know, we haven't really had to moderate anything, you know.
Bro, I was
Facebook's
that
been
guy.
taking care of it.
I was that guy recently in RC four-wheel drive group. I thought it was about our four-wheel drive crawlers and this, that, and the other. It was actually a group based on RC four-wheel drive, the company. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know why, but yeah, like I've been that guy here recently on another group. You know, so it happens, man. Yeah, I know
Yeah,
the
so
guy didn't mean anything by it. So
oh yeah, we're here to help, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know, I mean, this is Chris's page, you know, I mean, you know, we just happen to be here, you know, everything that we do, honestly, I talk to these guys more, you know, this is just kind of like a formality, you know what I mean? This is something that for the community, I think it's important for people to understand, you know, what's going on in our minds, what's going on in the hobby, you know. You know, we haven't even gotten to all the new chassis that came out, you know. I was a little disappointed on some of them, but you know, this just kind of goes with it, you know. So, you know, again, you know, people that even care to make it this far into it, I don't know why you're watching. Is it the personalities? Are we dropping some knowledge here? Who even knows? Like, what do you want to know? I mean,
Well,
you know,
while we're on the subject, what you just brought up, we haven't talked about the new chassis that have just bounced this week. So, the LS Studio, who's for it and who's against it?
right now,
for
I'm leaning towards the against myself because it's expensive. It's not as expensive as
It's not
it's the same.
No.
Well,
That's not expensive.
By the time you put all of these tiny, I was under the assumption that it was going to be a
it'll be a
decked out
Driftaholics.
chassis. I was not under the assumption that it was going to be you're going to have to order all these option parts now to get it where you want it. Now, that being considered, it will be expensive. By the time I get it like I want it, it will be expensive as hell.
I can say to you now, it's the same price. Well, the green one is $20 dearer than the silver one, but the silver one's the same price as the M8. Secondly, there's only 4 option parts at the moment, and then 4 option parts, I think the dearest one is $20. Yeah, 2 of them are $7 and $8. They're pathetic. I bought all 4 parts. It worked out as something like $80 for the 4 option parts that are available. So at the moment,
so
I'm
you just under like $500, right?
Well, I'm $460 in. Yeah.
Plus shipping.
Yeah. Plus shipping.
Yeah, so about $500. Yeah, it works out. I mean, I'm glad it's that and not the.
We were talking the other week and saying we thought. Yeah, but we were saying the other week I heard rumors they were talking $650 for the car.
Yeah, I heard the same.
Yeah, I'm quite sure a lot of you there, the rumors in the world, in the drift communities, not that. Yeah, this new LS was going to be hitting 650, and I had 600. So the fact that he come out with under 4, I think he's still getting a good buy for the quality of the car.
Exactly.
I mean, look at Dwight's.
Yeah.
Sweet as a nut. The machine
I'm not saying it isn't worth it. I'm just saying, like, I don't know, man. There's just something about the LSD chassis that I haven't even bought the old one yet. I don't know.
Well, I haven't got the old one.
Yes. The old one is not, you know, it is a poorly 1x27 scale car. Yeah. So it is made for auto scale mini set bodies. And if you are not into that, that chassis is nothing for you because you can't stretch it that far. You can't make it wide enough for a 1x24 body.
But now she is a beauty.
Even if I look at the quality and the quality is top notch, the LS Studio, which Dwight has in his hands now, is nothing for me because it is a 1x27 scale car and I only have one auto scale body in use and it's on one drift art. Done. Yeah. So but the new LS Studio, it can handle everything from auto scale to the biggest 1x24 models. Yeah.
Nice.
So this is to another buyer group. The LS Studio 2 is for another buyer group than the LS Studio 1. Or it takes both buyer groups together and is for all of these buyer groups. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, and
I'm gonna order one right now.
the price is not as we thought. It is really a good option, I think, and I'm also really interested in it. But I think the MA Racing will be sold out very soon after the first patch was gone into 12 hours. I think the second will not be much longer around, and who knows how many batches will come. Yeah. Uh, the LS Studio, the V1, is still available in every shop. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now the V2, I don't think they limited this
No.
chassis, the V2
Mm.
chassis. So
No,
it will
it's
also be around in 1 or 1.5 years. Uh, and so I was going with the MA chassis first, and when next month or in 2 months or in 3 months, I go with the LS Studio, because I'm also very interested in it, and the option parts are only to make the rear shocks horizontal. This is
Yeah.
the only yeah. It is not that you rebuild the whole car new,
Nah, you just
uh,
replace the back end and it converts the
exactly,
shock from the back to the top.
and change the position to push rod shocks.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it just looks so
so
good. I mean,
It
there's
does
it's not
that.
there's no debate.
it's not that bad. Yeah.
Hey
Uh,
guys, I'm gonna remind you. I'm gonna remind you about the time there. I don't know. You know, just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
We've been rocking
All
on
right,
for a
bro.
minute.
Yeah, so I got an MA on the hook with Mikos, so I'm just waiting on that. And I got a TGS or TG Super or Super S, I just call it
Yeah.
Super S. I got one of those coming in purple, full option. But
So
again, they just playing games with the shipping, it's
so
but you just take it, man. You just got to be patient,
all of our
man.
people, all
If
of our
yelling at
people in the
someone
group.
over the phone would solve it, trust me, you'd have very little problems in life, and it rarely works. So you just kind of, just hold your water and just chill.
I wanna touch on something here real quick too before we finally get to the end of all of our conversation. But Brad at RC Supremacy has also made a 10% code for everybody in the small scale drifters group. The small scale brotherhood, I think, is don't quote me on the code, but yes, he has. If you are in the small scale drifters group, Brad has went ahead and made a discount code for everybody that's here. So, like, I thought that was very cool. Thank you,
Yeah,
Brad.
appreciate. Big shout
Yeah.
out to Brad, man. We appreciate
where,
that.
where can we
Hey,
find
Brad.
where
Hey,
can we
Brad.
find the code? What is the
He
code?
Unblock me,
he
Brad.
posted the link.
Unblock me. I don't know what I did.
I will
Unblock
talk
What?
to Brad and see if he can post it again to kind of, because like I just saw it in the comments, but I
Okay,
think
okay,
it's
okay,
small scale brotherhood. I think.
okay. Yeah,
Look at
let's
that
check. Let's find
caster.
out. Let's spread that news.
Yeah, it's good stuff, man. Like Brad is
That's
he,
crazy, man.
Yeah, it's just crazy. I don't know. It drifts good, but it's just such a crazy setup, man.
Brad sells
Right,
out of a lot of
but there
stuff
is
pretty
a
quick. You can also find Chris Tronics gears at Brad's RC Supremacy also, which is
Oh,
another killer thing to add to his lineup of stuff for sale. So yeah, all you guys out there in video land watching us, you can
yeah,
get Tronics gears, especially if you're stateside. You can get them in 4 or 5 days shipping.
yeah.
right.
Yeah, no, and don't sleep on Driftaholics. I mean, they always
Yep.
got parts. I mean, if you're into atomic, he's you know, just deep into all of it. You know, if it's worth owning, he's
Mikos,
got it. You know, so
yeah, Mikos Driftaholics, we showed him some wheels the other day, man. He's got some sweet 5-spoke, 7-spoke wheels there. It's like I say, pity I'm not stateside. Otherwise, I think Mikos would be seeing me a lot more often. But so be it, man. So be it. Such
Right.
is
yeah,
life, as they
it's a
say.
good time to be in the hobby. You know, all this new stuff coming out. You know, new technology, that new hobby wing setup, the new rocket setup, the V2 is super nice. Yeah, it's TG, got 2 classics. But for the beginners, I'm telling you, this TG, the first one, what do they call this? The TG Lite?
I don't know.
No, that's just the TG.
Tronic,
It's
Tronic,
just
what did you have? What was you saying?
I
Chris?
just wanted to say, Dwight, if you want to know more about how to set up the V2 correctly and why the wheels are standing like this, there is a video on YouTube. It's about, I think, 1.5 or 2 hours. It's
of
like
course.
it's like an building and setup video of the TRC V2.
Okay.
It's I think it's in Chinese, but it's with English
Okay.
subtitles. Uh, so and he says why the front wheels, the camber is like this, that the outer wheel has a positive camber and the inner wheel has this is straight, yeah,
Yeah.
because that's the special thing about it. He tells that all about it in this video.
Oh,
Little
that's
bit
awesome.
watch because it is boring and very technical. But if you are interested in that, there is a good source where you can find out all about the TRC V2 chassis.
Cool.
Well, cheers to that. You know.
There you go, folks. That's another Sunday, I should imagine, unless anyone's got anything to twang in with. Can I just say quickly,
Was
I had to just bring this up.
running?
Gianniolo Incognito, the dude's done another drift video. I don't know if you've seen it, the bumper trick.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man. He basically drifts his car around the front bumper, and it's only when you watch it coming around for the second time you realise the car's got no bumper on it, and it's the bumper he's drifting it round, and then he just drives straight into the bumper, and where it's mag mounted,
Yeah.
it clips onto itself. Quality bit of work, man.
Yeah.
So big up for that video.
Where
For
are you
sure,
gonna get
man.
entertainment like that? Where are you gonna get entertainment like that?
Only at small scale drifters. Only at
That's it,
small
man.
scale drifters.
Just,
You know?
just before we do go, I'd like to just give a shout out really to anyone that's put up any interesting posts this week.
Yeah.
Jeff, do you know anyone you want to shout out to?
Man, who you just shouted out is one in particular, dude. Like Slideways is always putting up some good stuff, man. Like, man, we've just got so many heavy hitters, I call them, that just keep on knocking stuff out. What is it? Johnny, I'm sorry, man. Like he's did the R34 here recently and getting his put together. He's waiting on the meta in the mail and looking for some good stuff coming out of him pretty soon.
Well,
And
just
this
to
one
wrap,
new guy, I can't remember his name now. He put up 3 posts with one with a Renault 5 with
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fiat
that was
ever
nice.
and with a Mini Cooper. The Mini Cooper is a 118 body, but on a 1/24 scale because the
Genius,
wheelbase
because it fit
short and
perfectly.
it's so narrow, but it looks great. This
Yeah, it
is
does.
absolute. I love this car, really.
yeah, that guy is JM Duro. Yeah,
Yeah.
JM Duro who done that way.
Exactly.
Yeah. I just like the nice comments we're getting.
Great new guy.
Yeah, we get some pretty nice organic comments in there. You know, we know this is special. I mean, because you know, I'm involved in a lot of different things, but you know, we're gonna keep it special. You know, we're not militant, we're not heavies, we're not nothing. We just want to keep this peace and quiet going as much as we can, and you know, we're just here to help and you know, don't cause issues. Even some of the old timers, you know, You know, you get right up there, you know, it's like no one wants to do nothing, but it's like we don't want to be, you know, accused of playing favorites either. So, you know, just you
Here's the
know, I
thing:
don't know,
just be
just help,
nice.
man, just help, just help. If you
Yeah.
don't want to help, trust me, man, come back in 2 hours, you're gonna be 30 answers to that question.
Here's
You
the
know,
thing:
so
is just be respectful, man. That's just all there
yeah,
is to it, man. Like, you know,
yeah,
Mama always used to teach everybody. You know, like if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. I think a lot of us can, you know, learn from
yeah,
that. Like, not everything deserves a reaction. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
sometimes it's easier just to scroll on past and not start the drama.
yeah.
So,
And to the newer people that like will drop a laugh react or whatever, I mean, look, in context, yeah, no problem. But look, if you have no interactions and your first one is some BS, I mean, I got to tell you, man, you just vaporize. I mean, you know,
yeah,
we got too many people that are too wanting of something good in life, you know, and we're providing that. You know, this is a repeatable routine. Every day you're gonna feel good on this page, all right? So
yeah.
anyone makes you feel any sort of way, I either know about it or I'm thinking about it or you're going to let me know about it. All right.
Yeah,
Any of those
don't
three
be
is going to
laughing at
happen.
somebody else's misfortune because there's nothing funny about it. It's not funny to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you might find it funny to yourself, but you know some things.
You wouldn't
The
find it funny if it happened to you and you've got to wait 4 weeks for that part, brother. You wouldn't be
absolutely.
laughing then. So
Yep.
when you're
Yeah.
laughing when someone's
And
in
if I
that
have the part,
situation,
if I have the part, I'm gonna send it to you. You know what I'm
you
saying?
know
It's
me,
not that
bro.
big of a deal to me because I'm in a spot where I have the support. You know, I met some great people doing that. Dan O'Dow, great guy out in
Super good
California,
dude. Love that guy.
When I
with the
see that
Meta.
guy with the guy with the TG broken, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I've got
him, and
I've
also
got
he
three
had
of them,
the
bro. And
Meta.
this is how bad TG are. I've bought three of them chassis, and when I see that poster, went straight in my shed, and I thought, man, I must have a spare one of them. I got three chassis. Hell, I didn't have. There's no spare one of them in the box. You know, I was fortunate that my all three of my TGs had no mishaps. They all went together great. I know a lot of people with. I mean, I got the first batch. I got lucky. Other people with the first batch, they have holes missing, man. They couldn't even slide top arms in. You know, so the top arm was useless, or the holes hadn't been milled out. They just screws were just falling in there. And
Yeah,
I mean, I was trying to help them out with my wisdom, saying the only thing I can suggest is basically get a hot glue gun and squeeze it in the hole, and then just tap the hot glue with the screw. It'll keep you rolling till you
Yeah.
actually get the bits,
Yeah.
you know, to change over and make this thing right. But then it's like Dwight says, you're waiting for the AliExpress. You got to send that thing back. That takes weeks to go back before they'll look at it and say, oh, yeah, it's wrong. And then they'll send you another one. And believe you me, I've done this. And then they've sent me the wrong side back. And I'm thinking, what the, you know, can't you see there's two different sides to the car? And I send you a left with no holes in it. And you send me a right back with holes in it.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say this is one thing I love about GT55 is I had that problem with the MA D32 and they left no room to like they sent both. They sent both the left and the right to make sure they didn't, you know what I mean? Like so
Yeah.
plug, you know, shout out to GT55, dude. Customer service is off the chain.
yeah.
Well, I had the guy
Good.
telling me, oh, getting maybe I was a bit frosty with my message to the page saying like, "What's up? Are you crazy? You sent me the wrong side." And the guy starts spouting to me then, "They're universal. They're universal." And I'm saying, "No, they're not universal because there's a screw thread for the bump stop at the bottom, and now it's at the top." Yeah, and he's like, What are you talking about?" I'm thinking, man, there's a hole there for you to put the screw in to stop the bottom out, yeah, and it's only screwed on one side. The other side's flat. Now mine's on the bottom, and the top half's just dropping onto the. I'm thinking, oh, bro, yeah. So that took about 7 weeks in total for me to get my next part. So yeah,
Yeah.
anyone laughing when you had a misfortune,
Yeah,
you
bro. If
Yeah.
usually
somebody
find
laughs at
out.
me and they're in arm's reach, like man, like we're luckily
Yeah.
on the
So
internet.
anyway, but all, you know, again, you know, just to keep it light and lively, you know, look, I mean, a lot of people are bringing the cultures that they're accustomed to in RC. Look, I mean, I'm in some off-road pages, some road race pages. I mean, it gets salty in there. There's a lot of ego, there's a lot of stuff. So I think that they just bring their default reactions. They believe that this is basically just another one of these types of, dumping grounds for RC problems. But again, it's to me, it's just bigger than that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy, man. Who knows? But
The climate in the
again,
world is not good as is. Like everybody's kind of on edge with inflation and all this crazy mess. Like, man,
yeah. So
everybody's
just
already kind of on edge.
if you got a problem, man, allow us to at least try to fix it. I mean, the four people we have on this call, I mean, with the people that we know and the levers that we could pull for you on a personal basis, we just solve problems. It's not a big deal. But, venting and, dragging people or manufacturers and stuff, we can't let that slide on the page because, we know these people personally. We've all had bumps in the road. It all kind of works out.
And we are
I don't
all
think
human
anyone's
and we
pulling
all make
anyone's leg.
mistakes.
Yeah, they just getting the best information they got. It's hard being a business owner, man. You're enslaved to these suppliers that will just trickle out the parts when they show you a picture of 900 parts ready to go, and then they're only shipping 5 chassis at a time. It's like, okay, I get it. Because someone had to assemble those chassis. I mean, you worried about assembling one. You got people over there assembling 10 a day. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
so just chill and hit us in the DMs or whatever. And yeah, I'm good. I like these. Looking forward to next week. We'll try to get a little bit more structure going. Hey, hit us up in these comments, man. What do you want to know about?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
let us know. People were always talking about painting. I really wanted to do something painting wise, but I'm going to do it on the next one. And I'm going to dip those bodies. I'm going to dip one in real time just to show people how easy it is to just make bodies fun, man.
So Chris Lewis has brought this up to some of us privately, I know, and like, yeah, man, I want to start having some guests chime in on this Sunday sermon. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to start hearing from some of these heavy hitters, as I call them. So
yeah, I want to get Mikos on here. I want to get Brad on here.
Absolutely.
I want to get just people that like Nikki Rautenbach. I want to get all of the primary active, members.
Slideways. I want to get Slideways on here.
Yeah, all those people, man. So
yeah.
Look, if and this call right here can accept up to 50 people. Apparently, I googled it. So it'll just go to just letters and numbers for your names, but when you're speaking, you'll appear. So I don't know. Feel free to hop on. I mean, who knows? It's open forum. We just try not to curse on here or drop any types of salty language. So,
but we are human and we do make mistakes. So keep that in mind.
Everyone makes a mistake.
So, guys, we're creeping up on the minute and 20 mark pretty quick. So, yeah.
Yeah. All right, man. We're good. We're good. But Chris, any final thoughts?
No, not really. Just to say, 2 years old this week, which was well, man, 11,000 members in 2 years. I'm shocked. I'm utterly
11,000 good members.
Yeah, I'm gobsmacked, man.
Yeah, smooth.
I wouldn't say only 11,000 are good, Jeff. I definitely wouldn't say that, but yeah, I'm gobsmacked by it. We've got some, like you say, we've got some brilliant members. I mean, I was looking at Justin Rounderbush this week, and he's producing it on. Oh, he's going to start producing, hopefully, some 22 mil and 20 mil adjustable wheels.
Yeah,
and he's put his prints up, and I like the design of the way he's got a step down on the inside of the wheel. So you screw you have.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
And
now is that the same guy who made the wheel assembly machine?
Yep, I've got one of those on the way, and I'm going to do a live unboxing when it gets here.
I said I wanted one, but I never heard from the guy. So
yeah, man, hit him up. He's taking orders.
Yeah, Justin Roundbush, if you watch this, bro, you need to be contacting Dwight.
He's not new.
No, he's not new. He's been on the page. Yeah, we know he's been on it for ages. But
the tire changing thing's new.
He's one of the top contributors. But yeah, my question is, what's to stop the tire or the insert slipping down one notch?
Probably some adhesive.
We're gonna have to have him on. We're gonna have to have him
you
on the show.
yeah, the thing is, you don't really want to put adhesive in adjustable wheels in case you want to put them on another car and crank them out or crank them in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just use like a B7000. Like, I typically just use like a rubber cement. There's no traction on these cars. It's like,
I suppose you could
Yeah,
use
there's not a
Elmer's
lot
on
of
it, to be
force.
honest. Do you know what? I was just thinking there, Jeff, you could use Elmer's on it
Yes.
because you
Yeah.
could always wash Elmer's off.
Yep.
Right,
Yeah.
but that's the last thing I can think of. If I go through the page, which I'm looking at, man, there's so much good stuff on it. I think we've given out shouts to Michael Kunzler. He's still popping. Man, you are a production unit for cars. You bang out more cars than Tamiya, brother. So yeah, Michael Kunzler. I'm gonna actually call you Michael Ayashima Tamiya Kunzler from now on, because
Hell yeah.
bro, you are a production line of cars. Don't get me wrong, I love them. They're all great, bro. They're great. So yeah. Oh, the other thing, last thing I've got to bring up. This is the last thing. We'll leave it on this. This is a bad thing. Richard Howes is started he's going to start our own group's bad boys page, basically, where he's going to put up who he's been playing up, who we've banned and why we've banned them, and then all the scammers we've banned, i.e.
like
Nick Merck. Yeah, Nick Merck, who is Andy Jotta. It's now been investigated. He's operating in a 1/10th group as Jack Eagle, but spelled EIGLIE. Eagle, whatever you want to call it.
Illegal.
And it's all, he is illegal, mate. He should be Jack Illegal to get. But yeah, so people, just be wary, because this dude is changing his.
Just give a brief synopsis. This guy literally got kicked from the group, left the group for a while, came back under assumed name, became an admin of this group, became friends with the group, a guy who was booted just to scam someone out of some, and then got discovered. It is.
Yeah,
I mean,
he played the game. This dude's almost.
This guy,
yeah,
man.
he played the game and really got pretty far, which is kind of crazy, just to do his dirty shit that he's. Excuse my language.
The thing why he is so dangerous is, as Richard Howes said, the reason most scammers, they throw a pickup and we all know straight away that picture's off someone else's page. Bang, we're on it. But that dude is so dangerous because he is into these cars. He does play with them,
and he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. So he is like a window salesman. Yeah, he's a window salesman of these groups, bro. He can get in. Yeah. He can look like he knows exactly what he's talking about, because he does. And he'll sell you some double glazed windows, and a guy will turn up and he's going to put some shrink wrap over your frame and tell you that's what you get paid for.
Any sales on the page, just bubble it up, man. Even if it's a private sale, say, hey, listen, I'm looking at this. What do you think? Just I'll take a look at it. As you say, we see these cars on sale. We'll figure it out. Trying to help everyone.
Those people that are trusted, I've actually put post approval on them. Yeah. I'm sure you'd all get it. I get it. I get loads of posts that need approving every day, and some of them are members that've been on the group for a good 2 years. Yeah, and I forget, because they might have posted for 3 months, and I think, why is it blocked in? But at the end of the day, as soon as that happens, I usually turn on pre-post approval for them people, so you don't get blocked coming through. But yeah, we've got quite a few filters set up to stop the crap going on, should we say? And I think we do bloody well at the moment. We've had one bad thing happen. I think the guy got his money back. I believe it was Sean White. I hope he got it back.
Yeah, no, I think he's good, because he just posted that sick ass meta. So
yeah, it is a beautiful car.
Yeah, hopefully he got his money back and it worked out good for him. We all helped him the best we could. We investigated it until we found out exactly.
I know you're trying to cut this short, but I just want to talk about those metas just for a second. I think what's happening is a lot of newer people are coming into the hobby and they want to know what these top dogs are. Whether the meta's a top dog or not is up for debate, but they gravitate towards these cars. And so now once they find out they're unavailable, I mean, the red and black one just sold for $2,000. That means that the next red and black one, and it's not that these people are gouging. That is not what's happening. All right. What you're experiencing now is this phenomenon of people understanding that they're now sitting on gold. Like they didn't look, when I bought mine, it was very inexpensive in the whole scheme of things. Now it's triple in value. The wheels, the white wheels alone, are $100 a piece. That's a $400 set of wheels, and they're worthless without the adapters. So the adapters is another $100 an adapter. So you're talking $800 for a set of white wheels. That's what it would take to get me off a set of white wheels. $800.
What would it take?
No, why is it like that? Because I want them for myself. I want them for myself, but I can't in good conscience sell them for what I paid for them, because even if I did that, shipping that one part to Don Brick for free, right? It was a $10 part. It cost me $150 to ship it. All right. So it was like, you can't win in any of this. So when they come at you with the $2,000 for a blue Meta that's ready to go, you're going to take it on the chin. You're not going to recreate that car. It's the rarity. It's the rarity. And the red and black ones, they will command whatever anyone's willing to admit in public that they paid for.
And these blue Metas are...
Can we ask this? What would the new in box red Meta with white wheels fetch?
Look at that. Look at what now. Everybody look at Chris.
Whatever you ask
look at Chris and that grin as he says that.
I'm just saying. I mean, look, the white rims are super rare.
I see you over there.
I got 30 sets of the wheels. I got 30 sets of the tires. I mean, I got 30 sets of the tires, the Mads.
Yeah, they're great. They're brilliant.
But I didn't know if they would last.
We're getting there. So we're gonna have to do this. We're gonna have to end this up. We're gonna have to continue this on the next one.
Yeah. It's all good.
Guys, this has been a good one. I look forward to the next one, and I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get out of here.
All right, man.
All right, people. Well, all have a good weekend, and members have a great week. Yeah. Enjoy your week.
See you next Sunday.
Well, hopefully next Sunday I'll be doing an unboxing live on if it comes to be alive.
I had an unboxing here. Next week I'll do an unboxing. Drift Beast.
There you go. Right. Well, next week you could be getting an unboxing of an MA, a TG, or a LS Studios. Who knows?
All of the above.
Could be all three.
Yeah. All right, man.
All right, guys. See y'all on the next one.
Peace out, people.